compound inequality is two or more inequalities. Graph together in the same number line. So basically we are going to have two inequalities. Let's say in this school year, I think we are only going to have maximum two inequalities. So let's say that we have inequality 1, inequality 2, we put them together and then we find a solution. We have to graph for these ones, okay? Anybody any questions about what I said? Okay, we have two kinds of inequalities. Type 1 is the OR. We're going to speak about that one in a couple seconds. And type 2 is when we have AND, okay? Do you remember from geometry what is OR and what is AND?
No.
Okay, so OR is going to include everything, all the solutions. The solution of the equation 1 and the solution of the equation 2. The OR, I'm going to put here, include everything. The AND only includes the part that they share, the intersection. David, pay me attention. If I catch you again, I am just going to take you to Mr. Unsa and you work there. Okay, so let's solve some kind of examples and then we continue. Okay? So I am going to solve number 1. Do I have something circled? No, because the ones that are tested are the ones that are in the with absolute value. Okay, so as we learned yesterday, we are going to have the interval notation and the set notation, that is the one that is like the fancy way, okay? So let's solve exercise number 1. So we solve both equations. We have this inequality or this inequality. We solve both of them for x. Is it true what I'm saying? Yeah. Are we awake? No. Try to be awake, please, because if we don't have class today, then we are not going to have review. So we want to have review, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's solve for x this one. Who can tell me what to do here? In this one. Thank you. Minus 4 and minus 4, and what do I write down?
3x.
3x.
What's that called?
Less or equal than
6.
6. Then
divided by 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then x will equal to.
No.
What is it called?
Less or equal
to 2
than 2. Okay. For this one, so I can write your name because this one is easy.
Let me do the math, miss.
Tell me what to do.
Divided by 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's that called? It's greater
than
9.
9. You need to memorize that. Okay. Anybody any questions about how to solve this or how to solve this?
No.
Okay. Now we are going to graph. We are going to put less or equal than 2. So I'm going to put a closed circle. I'm going to the left. And then greater than 9, and that is an open circle. Oh, I put it in negative 2. Thank you. Into. And then this is a 9, that is an open circle. That means it's like just greater than, that means an open circle. And to the right. Right? Anybody any question? No. Okay. Now the interval notation, again as yesterday, we're going to start from left to right. Okay? The arrows represent infinities, and when we have a closed circle is a bracket, an open circle is a parenthesis. And what we are going to put here in the middle is a U of union, okay? So from left to right, I start with the arrow that is negative infinity. Everybody agree? So parenthesis, negative infinity, comma, and I continue touching until this point, right? Everybody agree? Mm-hmm. That is 2 bracket union, because I have like I have to jump here. Everybody agree? Then I start again with in what number? 9 with parentheses because it's an open circle, comma, and I continue touching until infinity, positive infinity, and infinities always go with parentheses. Guys, questions? Okay, and the set notation that we have to write down is going to be curly brackets, x such that x is less or equal than 2 or x is greater than 9. It's not that hard to write it down, right? Anybody any questions about how to write this one down? The interval notation down? How to graph? Is it clear for everybody? Thumbs up? Do we need to answer another one of these?
No.
Okay. Let's go to the, even the fractions and the number 5 and 6, we know how to do it? Okay. Let's go to the and. In the and, we are going to have two kinds of situations, okay? We can have literally the and written down, or we can have expressions like number 10 when we have like a three parts of our inequality. Does it make sense what I am saying?
Yes.
Okay, so may I erase?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so as I told you, we are going to use, in the end, we are going to use the part that they share. Okay, so we have to graph the first one, then graph the second one, and the part that they overlap, that is going to be my solution. Does it make sense what I am saying? Anybody, any question? Okay, so I am going to solve at least 7 and 10, or maybe 8 and 10, so we solve the same side. And then if you need more, we solve more, okay? Okay, so for number 8, who? Why? I'm going to raise Jadon. Jadon minus 1. For lying. Okay, so who can tell me what to do in number 8? Hola, Dayo. Minus 1, minus 1. And then divide by 2, and it's W less or equal than 5. And for this one? Minus 1, minus 1. Okay, and then? Okay, everybody saw what Ola Dayo did here, right? If we divide by a negative number, we flip the sign. Anybody any questions about that? Okay, now let's graph. I am not going to graph exactly here because we need to just graph the part that they overlap. So less than 5 is going to be 5 here, close circle to the left. Everybody agree? Let me do it all the way down. And greater than 8, negative 8 is going to be open circle to the right. Anybody any questions about what I did? Okay, so the section that they overlap is going to be starting from here, right? Open circle. And then continue overlapping, overlapping, overlapping until this point with a closed circle. So my solution is the blue one, okay? I am not going to be grading this or this, but you need to graph them to get the blue one. Does it make sense what I am saying? Anybody, any questions? Okay, so the interval notation, as always, from left to right in our solution. So from left to right, I am going to start with negative 8, parentheses or bracket. Parentheses because it's an open circle. And I continue until this point, that is 5 with brackets. Anybody, any question? Okay, and the set notation is going to be curly brackets x, oh well, in this case w, such that, and in this case we're going to write our two numbers in an inequality with the letter in the middle, okay? Always less than, the only thing that is going to change is that 5 is less or equal than. Anybody any questions about how to write them? Are we sure? Thumbs up, everyone? Okay, let's solve number 10. In exercises like number 10, you have two options. Option number 1, rewrite it like in two different inequalities. Write this in one inequality, and then write this in another inequality, and you will have the two inequalities as here. Or you can just solve for p that is in the middle, but do it in the three parts of our inequalities. Does it make sense what I am saying? Okay, I am going to do it the first like without dividing, and then I am going to do it dividing it, and you choose whatever you like the most, okay? Okay, I do not dividing, okay, because in my head it's easier, but you can divide it. So I am going to solve for p. That means that for solving for p, I need to get rid of the 4. So I am going to subtract 4 in the three sections of my inequality, okay? Questions about that? Okay, so in the first section, I am going to get 0. In the middle section, I am going to get 3p. And in the last section, I am going to get 15, right? And then I have to get rid of the 3, so I'm going to divide by 3, again, the three sections, okay? So 0 divided by 3 is 0, less than p in the middle section, and in the last section is going to be 5. In my head, these ones are this way is easier because your solution is already there, right? So I am just going to put 0 here, open circle, 5 here, open circle, and the part in the middle, right? And for the set notation, it's going to be curly brackets, p, such that 0 is less than p, that is less than 5. Anybody, any question? Okay, the other way, again, I am just going to say it because sometimes this cannot be done if we have letters in the first or in the last position, okay? This way can only be done if we only have letters in the middle position. Does it make sense what I am saying? If we have letters in the first or in the last position, we must separate the inequalities. Is it clear? Okay, so I'm going to do it just here for you to know these steps. So I'm going to just copy. And I am going to get the first part of my inequality in 1, 4 is less than 3p plus 4. And my other part of the inequality is going to be these 3. That is going to be 3p plus 4 is less than 19. Questions about what I did? Okay, and we solved both inequalities. So the blue one is going to be minus 4, minus 4. This go with this, so 0 is less than 3p, divided by 3, divided by 3. So 0 is less than p. And we normally don't write it like that. We have to flip it around, so p is greater than 0, right? Because we spoke about yesterday that when we flip it, we also flip the sign, right? And now the pink is going to be minus 4, minus 4. So it's going to be 3p is less than 15, divided by 3, divided by 3, p is less than 5, right? Then we do our both graphs. I am going to put the number line here. Let's say that this is 0 and that this one is 5. So the blue is going to be greater than 0, and the pink is going to be less than 5, right? And as you can see, the overlapping section is from 0 to 5. That it was our solution. Anybody, any question? So as you can see, again, in my opinion, doing this is easier and shorter. But this is not possible, again, if we have letters in the first or in the last position, okay? If we have letters in the first and in the last position, we must do this. Is it clear? Anybody, any question? Do we need to solve another one? Are we good? Okay, thumbs up everyone. Who can give me a thumbs up? Jaden, are you awake? Jefferson, thumbs up? Okay, thank you. You can stop.